it publicly. President Zuma, I have said, called all black African parties, which met you. We are 10 parties from.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. Once again, welcome to South Africa Lately, a channel that discusses South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news. When it is trending enough to be brought here, please do understand that I'm not a politician. I do not have deep knowledge in politics. However, I am a South African citizen who's also a voter, and I do believe that my views count when it comes to political affairs of our beautiful country. So I just want to share with you the latest news on Magashule, starting with him wanting to work with former President Jacob Zuma's MK, asking him to call all the black political parties. And please do note that the ANC is excluded in that list. And I'm going to share also as well him losing it in court. I think it was yesterday, saying, you know what, you are wasting our time. And also I want to share with you the reaction of NPA. You see, the way things look as far as the NPA is concerned. Why I'm bringing the NPA is because they lost a case against the former PA of Magashule. So I was looking at this NPA, I was like, even Magashule is still going to walk free from that case, I'm telling you. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to let you watch these video clips, then I'll be back with more comment. It is interesting how certain people are not even getting attention from a from former President Jacob Zuma, rather. That Magashule is not getting that attention. And the other one, the one who likes to play golf, what's his name? Tony Yengeni. Tony Yengeni is also always posting about former President Jacob Zuma, but he's not giving them attention. I think that is intentional. Like, will they succeed in getting the attention, trying to get the attention of former President Jacob Zuma? Hey, time will tell. So let me leave you guys watching. I'll be back right at the end with my closing commentary.
The court ruled that the extradition of Mkparty, a former PA, was unlawful from the United States of America. Where does that effectively see you within this particular case?
Well, I don't know, but I've said I want my day in court, because out there in the public, books were written about me. I'm corrupt. I've received 10 million. The charges are still there. Morwadi refused to implicate me. There are many who refuse to implicate me. And in terms of the list of state witnesses, I don't know. I so wish even that one who wrote books, Louis Liebenberg, Mayberg might actually be called. In fact, I will ask the court, if possible, to call that chap and to call all those who appeared before Zondo Commission. I've said this case is political, and Morwadi Cholota, and that's why MPA has hidden the recordings. They recorded Cholota for 2 days. There is no way the record did not actually, the tape recorder did not actually work. They knew what they were trying to say to Morwadi Cholota. We still want that audio visual, and I wish we will actually get it. I will surprise the court with some of the audio visuals with time.
What has your legal team particularly said on this case, noting that the extradition of Mkparty was illegal from the United States of America? What are the implications for your particular case, because it is still effectively ongoing, hence you are going to court tomorrow?
Well, the person who applied challenging the extradition was Cholota, and that's why there was a trial within trial. I'm looking forward, but I don't just want this case just to, I don't want just a withdrawal here. I want to be acquitted, because I have not done anything wrong. If I'm guilty of anything, of corruption, of maladministration, of whatever, of oversight and whatever they charge me with, the public knows me as a corrupt person. So I will still want my day in court, so that I take the stand and I expose what has not been exposed until today. My time will come, and I'm sure, I hope that MPA will continue with their case.
Have you spoken to Mkparty ever since the judge said you are free to go?
I will have lunch. We'll have a supper with her tomorrow, and we'll enjoy and wine.
Effectively, looking at that trial within a trial, you watching that particular trial of MOLEFE Cholota challenging her extradition from the United States of America, what were some of the glaring points to you that proved that that was an illegal extradition from the United States of America?
How do you lock up somebody and you know where she stays, and you go with a battalion of people to go and collect her to fetch her from America, and you parade her? That was clear apartheid tactics of intimidation, of scaring people. And God is great because Morwadi never gave up. God is great because a lot is going to come out in this case. This case was political. Even the top six of the ANC then said this case is political, and I will prove that in a court of law. So let's wait and see.
Speaking about politics, looking at the state of the by-elections that recently took place within this particular district of Fezile-Dabi, you were contesting a ward in Kopis, didn't win that particular ward. There were calls by Julius Malema that you should close shop of ACT and join the Economic Freedom Fighters, the Mkparty. After 2 o'clock, in about 10 minutes from now, they may have a position vacant for a Secretary General. Would you be looking at those options?
Look here, my brother. A time for black African parties to unite is now. There's no closing shop here. I've not yet campaigned in these by-elections. Wait and see in terms of the coming local government elections. See us on the ground in the Free State, see us in the county in Gauteng, see us in Northwest. Yeah, but my wish, and I've said this, and maybe I must do it publicly, President Zuma, I have said, call all black African parties which met you. We are 10 parties from Azapo, PAC, UDM, ATM, APC, EFF was also there. We have said we need a patriotic front. I say this is still needed even now, when Africa is actually changing, when Namibia is doing something, when Burkina Faso is doing something, when Ghana is doing something. This is our time. And I am still saying, don't call me Ace Magashule and recruit me. There is a party called ACT. It's not a crutch, it's a party. We will show you with time. Because a party takes time to come out, to grow. EFF did not just start. It had resources. We are not funded and will never accept money from white monopoly. We'll never accept money from those who oppose real freedom of black people, Africans in particular. We will never be bought. We have refused money, millions of rands, because we don't want to take blood money and we sell out our people. Everything in this country is collapsing. So I'm still saying to President Zuma, call a meeting, not of Ace Magashule and a leader of Azapo, a leader of PSC, call party leadership and let's come and talk. Lenin says what is to be done. That is the question we are actually supposed to be posing now. And I'm challenging all black parties, including EFF, my brother. That season is still there. People think because they have money. Politics is not about money, it's about conviction. It's about what you stand for. And until I die, I'd rather die a pauper, said Fezile-Dabi, rather than sell out our people.
Or ACT is a spaza shop?
This will never be a spaza shop. ACT is growing. If you look at the by-elections we contested in the Eastern Cape, we always come second after ANC.
You might need to call former President Zuma because essentially he may have no Secretary General or he may be redeploying a Secretary General to Parliament.
Me, it's not about positions. ACT as a seat, I could have gone to Parliament, legislature. No. I am with our people until we are free as black African people.
Thank you very much, Mr. Magashule. That is Mr. Magashule essentially saying that he does not want this case to be thrown out, which includes MOLEFE Cholota, who's effectively been set free by the High Court today in Bloemfontein because her extradition was deemed to be illegal. Once again, the National Prosecuting Authority has egg on its face, where a number of high-profile cases it is seemingly losing because
I don't know, my lord, whether I can speak to my lawyers. The state has always been saying they are ready. It looks like we don't have rights. Because now and then, even if you meet next year, it's going to be another postponement. They said they are ready. Out in the public, it's us wasting time.
Yes.
And it's costly for us.
Mr. Magashule, unfortunately, we have to plot the road forward, and not only the prosecution that may have some problems, but also defense counsel have problems in the near future, and then more importantly this court has problems because other cases has been allocated to it. There's absolutely nothing that I can do about it, but I take note of what you are saying.
The state always says they are ready. All the time we come here, we stay for 30 minutes. No, their witness will be ready next week. We come again, they have another reason. It's not about them. They said they are ready for the case. It's costly for us. And we want to show that we are innocent. We want to show that we have cooperated with the state. So they can't always come here and waste our time and postpone and postpone. We also have our own commitments. It's next year, it's election year. Campaigns must actually start. It's not about the state all the time. Because they know that they don't have a case. They are trying to cook and cook and cook and cook and cook. But we will ultimately expose them. We will expose them. That's what I know. And that's why we are ready. And we have said to the public, we are ready.
How much are these delays costing you now? Because you were arrested in 2020, it's 2025 right now. How much are they costing you? And also, how much are they costing your political party? You speak about the local government elections that are coming up soon.
The intention is to break us. The intention is to demoralize people about us. The intention was to deal with our political careers. The intention is to disrupt us all the time. And unfortunately, we are standing resolute. We have fought against apartheid. We will continue fighting about injustices. And we are ready to do so. They can't break us. We are not going to be cowards.
And speak to us about the judgment yesterday, the judgment on Cholota. She is now a free woman. How does this then... coming into your own case, how does it affect your own case? Does it strengthen the case against you? Because we remember that your advocate was trying to make the case that the only reason why Cholota was charged in this matter was because she refused to implicate yourself.
You'll hear other people repeating the same, coming to say they were approached to implicate me. So they will stand in this court. We'll make sure that they stand in this court. There's no case against me. There's no witness against me. I don't know why I'm still in this box. And that's why I said I want to be there. And anybody who went to Zondo Commission, it is their time to come here and prove that I am corrupt and prove that I receive money from whoever.
So
I've denied all those things because this case was political. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to embarrass them again about certain things which I can't reveal now.
So what you're saying is that there are more people that we are asked to implicate you,
Yes,
that you are going to bring here as witnesses.
They are. They are.
Mr. Magashule, we saw you standing up in court today, objecting obviously to this postponement, saying to the judge that it is costing you money and it is taking far too long. Talk to us about why it was important for you to actually stand up in court and talk to the judge.
You see, the lawyers are also supposed to get instructions from us. And that's why I feel at times I must talk, because it's supposed to be break and lawyers must consult us so that we give them instructions, because it's also about us and our time. So the state is playing games here. It is playing games. They know that they don't have a case and they are still going to be embarrassed. They are going to be embarrassed. You will see. And that's why we are ready to embarrass the state.
Do you think that the judgment from yesterday actually weakens the case against you? You've always said that, as you're saying now, that the state does not have a case.
They can do whatever. They can do whatever. They will never find Cholota guilty of anything. They can, you know, they're still applying apartheid tactics of the past. But we have fought against apartheid. We'll still fight against injustices. You can see I'm angry because out there we are corrupt.
Another NPA disaster.
The extradition of accused 17, Nomalanga, Morowadi, Cholota is unlawful.
And Cholota now is free.
We really are taken aback by the judgment itself, because you'll recall the view that we held, that it was more of an appeal in South Africa on a foreign state judgment in circumstances where they had not utilized or explored the appeal processes in the United States. However, because it is a judgment that has the effect of a final order, we are allowed or permitted to appeal it. But at the moment, we'll have to regroup as a team and reflect on the judgment and see if we can identify grounds upon which the judgment could be appealed, given its impact.
You say that it was an appeal of a judgment that was handed down in the US, but we did not hear any of your prosecutors saying that to the judge or pleading that before the judge. What they did was try and defend their conduct. What are your thoughts around that?
Of importance is the fact that the feeling from the team was that the conduct was above board in the allegations that were made against the investigating officers. Unfortunately, the judge found otherwise. And therefore, it is one of the issues that we'll have to reflect on. If we find a basis, which we're allowed to, that the judgment could be appealed, that determination will be informed by that process. What is important for now is to reflect on it, process it, because like I said, it is a judgment that has the effect of a final order, because we cannot charge her now unless the decision is overturned by a higher court in the event that we take a decision to appeal it.
The judge also found that the procedure in which this extradition was done, it was the executive that was supposed to spearhead this procedure, but the NPA seemed to take charge over all of this. Does the NPA take accountability because of those flaws that happened? Also the misrepresentations, the lies that happened, does it take accountability that it was at fault? This is what led to this basically Ms. Cholota going scot-free now.
There are two ways I'm going to answer that question. One, if you're saying we must take accountability for the findings made by the judge in circumstances where I make it clear that we'll still reflect on the judgment and see if there are grounds to appeal it, it's not fair. The second part of it, the judge made reference to the Schutz SCA judgment. That judgment, for the record, we have filed an application for leave to appeal against it in the Constitutional Court, albeit on a limited grounds. So we are going to take into account that technicality to see to what extent does it have a bearing on what we would have an appetite to appeal the judgment or not.
And whatever your views are, kindly share them in the comment section. I'm looking forward to reading those. If I don't have time, I don't get time to read and respond, I'm certainly going to react. And do have yourself a beautiful day.